Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lot of things going on, you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. One day I was on it with it, they was trying to play me on my own mind. When I didn't get it dead, I done let it cross it into my zone now. Yeah, we did it. They told me I'm splitting the ticket, Lieutenant. You gave me the feeling to go and go quit it. You biting the chrome, I hope it done fit it. Yeah, I give it all to my enemies. Don't you see BB all on me? We cursing out the amenities. We running down to infinity. Maybe we driving infinity, but the wheels say divinity. You can have all my salinity. I'll be damned if you take the dignity.
I had a count. They want me do it again. Just in a bout. Who gon' keep winning again? Who gon' keep winning? Doubt. Who gon' care about it then? Did I'm out. Like Stevie, I wonder again.
Oh wait, with some new thing. Oh wait, with a new way. Oh yeah. Oh man, no man. No plan. No man. No land. They tryna hit you again, I just caught them with the bait. Forget that I'm taking the trophies, I'ma just show you the way. Amen, prayers only doing weight. Amen, read mine, pay the way. Hold on and wait a little second, they talking up me but not repping. But the fact that the business is blowing is leaving the legacy edging. The way that it's looking, black syllable popping, this summer is ours. Yeah, this summer is ours, yeah. This summer is ours.
I had a count. They want me do it again. Just in a bout. Who gon' keep winning again? All of the doubt. Who gon' care about it then? Did I'm out. Like Stevie, I wonder again. Do it again. Just in a bout. Who gon' care about it then? Who gon' keep...
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Supa Radio. I'm your host, Omalala, once again. So yeah, we're just gonna get back into it. That was Chrome Hearts by Kid Tris, so get hip. So the first thing, a new music video obviously took the world by storm today. WAP by Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. I watched it. It was great. Okay. I'm not necessarily a rap person, and that's ironic of me to say because I just played a rap song, but I don't typically listen to music like that often. But it was like great. The visuals are great. Cardi B never skimps on visuals, so I was completely expecting that. But shoot, I was amazed, honestly. The cameos, though. First off, why was Kylie there? Can we talk about that? I have no idea. Like, and I'm mad because at the point where she came in, they paused the music and made it really dramatic, and she turned around and I was like, really? You paused the whole song just for her? Okay, sure. Because I was like, somebody said she should have at least sung Rise and Shine. And I'm like, she should have sung something. Because that whole just like little cameo there was mad unnecessary. Apart from that, Normani was there. I was shocked. I was like, sis, what are you doing here? Come on. Like, she was given the moves, given the splits. Like, what else do you want? The only thing though is I just wish Normani would release some music, bro. Like, we need a song, we need a cover, we need some of that. Like, I love dancer Normani, but I'm gonna need my good sis to get in her music bag a little more. That's just my personal opinion. But overall, I'm just kind of happy because I know like Meg Thee Stallion had this whole. I'm sure the music video was like obviously the music video was shot before the music video was made before she got shot in the foot, and that whole thing happened. But I'm glad that she was able to have this thing. I feel like I honestly feel like there's a connection between Kylie Jenner and being in the video and Meg Thee Stallion being there. Like maybe that was the whole deal of why they were hanging out in the first place. I have no idea. Um, but it's just it's just insanely like messed up what happened to her. In sort of other celebrity ish news. Apparently Ellen's like a mean person or something. Apparently she like looks down on her employees and her show has like a crazy toxic environment. Somebody was like she has like soulless eyes or something. And honestly, looking at her pictures, I do agree. My good sis looks dead. Looks kind of dead inside. But I don't know what's up with her. It's kind of unfortunate because that just shows you how powerful it is when somebody has this big facade and they're like, "Oh, my show's all upbeat and happy, and everybody's like, everybody's having a great time. We're all having fun." And just to find out everybody working behind the scenes in the show is like suffering and literally facing like terrible work conditions. That's absolutely terrible. But kind of going back to the Meg Thee Stallion thing, it was amazing how when all the articles and everything came out saying like, oh, Ellen, her show is terrible. Like the people, Ellen doesn't treat people right, all this different stuff. And then they said like her producers apparently did like sexual misconduct and stuff like that. And then you have like hella celebrities coming in being like, Ellen was nice to me. We stand with Ellen. Ellen is a great person. We like, she's been so great and nice to me and my family. We love Ellen. And it's like, where was this energy when Meg Thee Stallion got shot in the foot? Like, it's fine if people are out here like I mean, okay, let me not say it's fine. I understand like how there's probably a little more rallying with Ellen because she's sort of like this icon and she's been in the public eye for a long time. So she's kind of had more time to like be closer with people, but it's just insane to me that there are allegations for Ellen of being a bad person, and people are so quick. Other celebrities are so quick to try to defend her and so quick to come and be like, oh, she's actually a great person. She's actually this, actually that. But you can't prove that. You, like, of course, you as a celebrity being with a celebrity, she's not going to treat you poorly because you have enough influence to literally mess up her entire brand, too, like versus a worker or somebody who honestly you could fire with one comment and just like or make them sign an NDA and like make them keep quiet about anything that happened. So it kind of sucks because it's just like for Meg, she was literally shot in the foot. Like it's not even a oh maybe she was fighting or nothing like that. No, no, there she did nothing wrong. She was not suspect in that situation. She got shot in the foot. Yet people were making jokes about it. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, Tory Lanez is 5'3". Oh my gosh, da, 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 da. But it's like nobody's out here really standing in solidarity with her and really like speaking out on what happened to her. But Ellen, who people are literally saying was doing the wrong thing, that's the person who everybody's like, oh my gosh, like she's a great person. Da, 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 da. I don't know. I just feel like if you have the voice and you have the energy to speak on the behalf of someone, you most definitely can do it. Like there was no real excuse there. So I don't know. That was just my 2 cents about that whole thing. So we're just gonna keep it moving, head to the next song. And the next song is My Joy, You Cannot Take It, which honestly I feel like applies really well to Meg Thee Stallion's situation because she said she doesn't like to be victimized. She's strong, she can move past it. So, My Joy, You Cannot Take It.
Yeah, you cannot take it from me, my joy. yo, you cannot take it from me, my joy. You cannot take it from me, my joy. I got that joy, 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 joy down in my heart. You cannot take it from me, my joy. Ha. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Let's go. Hey yo.
Okay, so getting right back into it. So another kind of, I guess, celebrity thing that happened recently. Uh, Alicia Keys, who has been known to like have basically sworn off makeup, sworn off like all that kind of stuff. She started to have like a little. She's having like a brand partnership with Elf Cosmetics, and it's a skincare line. But before that, like detail, I guess, was known to them, the YouTubers like James Charles and Manu MUA and all them were like, artists should, I think they're like artists who don't wear makeup shouldn't have makeup brands or something like that. And I was like, that doesn't even make any sense. And they're so quick to make those comments. And then when everyone was like, it's a skincare line, they're like, oh, we're actually so sorry. We've believed that we're not the gatekeepers of makeup and everyone should be allowed to do whatever, whatever. But I find it funny because I was watching a Jackie Aina video like a few days ago, and she was talking about how like years ago everyone used to look to celebrities for makeup. Like makeup was primarily sought as like what kind of product is XYZ celebrity wearing today? What kind of product is Jennifer Aniston or whatever wearing today? And like seeing, and they're like the face of brands. And I feel like with the whole influencer thing and the whole YouTuber thing, it's kind of gotten to a point where it's like, do you need those people or do you still need celebrities? But honestly, I feel like celebrities are still very much a big part of beauty. I mean, of course, with the Alicia Keys thing, that's like a skincare line, so it's technically not like this big beauty or like cosmetics brand or anything. But like you can see in like the Vogue interviews and in like Zendaya's the face of CoverGirl, or just recently Meg Thee Stallion, going back to her, she's the face of Revlon. And it's like even if you're not doing beauty collaborations or anything, celebrities are still like a very big force in being the face of beauty and promoting these beauty brands. Like as much as they might not necessarily want to sort of, I just feel like there's a place for influencers and there's a place for like these celebrities because your reach might be drastically different. Like the kind of people James Charles is reaching might be drastically different than the amount of reach Zendaya or Meg Thee Stallion or Katy Perry or whatever is getting. So it's just really funny how like they're like those influencers and those like YouTubers who are so quick to be like, yo, you can't like do this. This is like our sphere. You know, why would you have a singer do like a beauty collab or something? Let singers stick to singing or something. Which I saw a tweet, and this is so disrespectful, but I saw a tweet where they were like, nobody told James Charles to keep singing, but he did. So why is he going after Alicia Keys for making a beauty brand? I'm not even gonna comment on that, but I'm just like, this isn't High School Musical. It's not like some big deal to do multiple things and to be the face of multiple things. So like, that was just a funny situation to me. I was like, if you, I don't like it when people keep issuing these apologies because it's like you didn't even have to make those comments in the first place. You could have just kept your peace, allowed whatever happened to happen. If you're feeling some type of way about it, go talk to your friends. You don't have to go immediately to social media and start shading people because then when you get fact checked, you start to look stupid. I just don't like you just got to stop doing that. So getting away from the whole like celebrity blah 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 part. I saw this one post the other day, and it was about like this kid who he apparently bought his first house when he was like 19 years old. Like he said he had his first house when he was 19, and I'm 19. So I was like, do you how does one get a house at 19? I can barely afford my laptop at 19. I can't, there's so many things that I do not have at 19. So a house is just above and beyond anything I could ever even dream of, even imagine me owning. I mean, obviously not me, but he might be grinding, so let me not even try to make it by myself. But I just find it funny because it kind of puts a perspective of like, I'm the same age. What am I doing? Where am I at? Should I be aspiring? I don't want a house at 19. I don't even want a house at 25. So it's just like, I don't know about that. But it's like, you got a house? Dang, I don't know about that. And it kind of goes to another discussion of like, when should you start to be reliant, self-reliant on as a growing adult or as a young adult? When should you start doing stuff for yourself, like buying your own car and getting your own house, getting your own apartment, doing all that stuff? I feel like the timing of that varies so much for different people. I've seen a lot of posts and I've seen a lot of people say stuff like, oh, if you're like above 16 or something, you shouldn't be asking your parents for money on anything. And I was like, that's a little wild. Or like, if you're 18 or older, like you should be completely self-reliant. You shouldn't need your parents to do anything for you. And I just find that really interesting because I feel like so many people are in so many different life situations and so many different family situations that there's so many different motivators that would make you want to even own a house at 19 versus saving all that money that you have, or all this other stuff. And who knows, like maybe he bought the house, but it's like for his family, it's not just him. So, which probably, I don't know, but maybe that's the case. But I just think like it's really interesting that that's the case, like you bought a house. What else could you have used your money for? Because with me, I can think of like 10 things I would have spent money on versus buying a house, like at my age. So I just think that's interesting. Because for me, I do consider myself, I guess, a late bloomer in like everything that I've wanted to do or to get over time. So I just think it's really interesting that um, people have these different perspectives on like when should you completely be off of like support from people, or when should you be completely dependent on yourself, or when should you start like weaning off of your parental dependence. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like that doesn't truly start to happen until maybe like junior, senior year of college. And then when you get out of college, depending on where you work, you might move out. You might need to get a car during college, for internships and different things like that. But I feel like to be completely self reliant in like high school and stuff like that is a little much because you don't even know what you want to do. So it's kind of like, I wouldn't necessarily promote like people, if you're 16 or 18, you should be completely like off. I think that's a little extra. But if you're like, you're out of college or you're moving away, you're doing your own thing, or you have like other jobs, you're grinding on your own, I most definitely think you probably have a place to like be more self-reliant. So yeah, that was just something interesting I saw. Um, but last thing, but very fun thing. So I was talking about this in like the first episode, but I do watch a lot of anime. And recently, the newest season of Seven Deadly Sins came out. And I love that show. But one big problem that everybody was talking about this season was the animation. And I had very ambivalent feelings about whether or not I wanted to watch this season because I didn't want to go through the pain of having to see it and it'd be completely off from what I had loved about the show. But to be honest, I'm only 5 episodes in. I realized that the episode that people keep using for like references of the bad animation is like far off from like the beginning. So I haven't. The animation does seem a little off. Some of the fight scenes seem like they really aren't as fleshed out as they could be. So that's sad. But I don't think it's such a drastic offness so far. I'm on episode 5. But I don't think it's so off. I don't think it's bad or anything. Um, I just saw this. We should all be buying our parents' houses by sophomore high school. God forbid. Sophomore year of high school? What could I even buy sophomore year of high school? Did I even have a job sophomore year of high school? I didn't start working. Okay, no. When I was in my sophomore year, I was. I graduated at 17. So I was 15. I honestly, shoot, I didn't have a job. I don't think I started working until my senior year, to be honest. Um, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a late bloomer, so that idea of like, oh, buying, I couldn't even buy myself a snack sophomore year of high school. Talk less of buying anybody a house, a home. Trade stocks. Okay, continue. Trade in stocks. How did you can't even learn finance. You don't even be learning finance like that. Maybe in your school we'd be learning finance like that in high school, but in my high school I took business classes, but none of them were about trading stocks. I didn't even know what an IPO was until my senior year of high school. So, and I'm a business major. um, but yeah, going back to Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, but honestly, I feel like the plot just out I feel like the plot outweighs the animation difference. I feel like the plot was what I wanted from the show and they just gave it to me within these first 5 episodes and I'm like, you know what? Animation could suck, but I'm too deep in this story to try to like get it out. This is like the third full season. I'm already too deep in the story. I already want to know everything that's happening. So, like, I can't cut it out now. You know, it's just it's not gonna happen. Hopefully, it doesn't suck even more. Hopefully, they didn't like start it off decent and then literally get worse and worse until we get to that fight scene between Escanor and Meliodas that everybody kept sharing on Twitter that looked absolutely terrible. I just find it really funny because everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, the Seven Deadly Sins animation is gonna be terrible." And then when it came out, everybody's like, "Don't talk to me. I'm about to go watch Seven Deadly Sins." I'm like, y'all didn't have this energy when you were complaining about the animation. I wasn't complaining. I said, "Dang, that sucks, but I'm gonna still watch it." But all y'all were like, I'm not gonna watch it. That animation's trash." And then now everybody's like, "I'm in my hole. Don't speak to me. I'm gonna watch it." I'm like, okay. Don't complain about the animation then if you know you're gonna watch it. Period. Okay, so yeah, we are approaching our last song. This episode was a little shorter, primarily because I do have things to do, I guess. But yeah, so it was really great speaking with you guys this episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, drop your opinions about all the topics in the comments. Keep being on the lookout for other future videos, both the radio lives and actual edited YouTube videos. And yeah, so we're gonna move on to our last song. I played this artist last week, Ocho Foreign. So we're gonna come back to the Afro beats again, and we're gonna end on that note. So yeah, and this is No Love by Ocho Foreign.
Joe, show my Joe, baby, show my Joe. I'm a Faji, yo. She say, do you know that your love is all I want? That your love is all I need. So baby, would you stay with me? So I try to come closer, baby boy, say my love's not free. And that's the shit she said to me. You heard that she said to me, yeah. I met this girl on a Monday, then we was up the club on a Tuesday. She tell me, say she go follow, go my way. Say make we party, make we flex, make we jive, yeah. She like to feel irate, but she only want that for that break. And when I tell her that I want that body, she ask me, boy, do you got that money? She only here for the rapper, for the bar, for designer, for the bar, but she go one love. She go one love. She only here for the dollar, for the pound, for the clothes, and for the cars, but she go one love. She go one love. Yeah. Say she wanna, then she ask, baby, do you wanna? On the couch and my hands on the back of the Benz, she sell out. Long as you buy me Gucci, no. She love her hand straight, no chaser. And if you ain't got cash, don't chase her. Yeah. She like the act classy, but for the right price, she could get. She call me daddy, oh. I say my Rora, I'm with your foreign. I give you moolah, so no they don't. Come at that corner, she not Givenchy. I be not Prada, pass it for me slow. I'm not your lover, but I give you love, along with Naira. So buy me lolly, you know I got you. Buy me lolly, you know I got you. She only here for the rapper, for the bar, for designer, for the bar, but she go one love. She go one love. She only here for the dollar, for the pound, for the clothes, and for the cars, but she go one love. She go one love. She only here for the rapper, for the bar, for designer, for the bar, but she go one love. She go one love. She only here for the dollar, for the pound, for the clothes, and for the cars, but she go one love. She go one love.
Okay, everybody. Remember to like and subscribe. See you next week.